So I did have a pretty laid back, chill week, but I did pull out some banger fragrances. So stay tuned to find out what fragrances I chose to wear throughout the week. Hey, what's going on? Hunter here and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new, what I do is I make fragrance related content. So if you love fragrances, go and hit that subscribe button down below, and also be sure to follow my fragrance Instagram page. But that's right, another week means another weekly fragrance rotation for you guys. Now, if you aren't familiar with the series that I do, we pretty much go over the whether it was on that day, what fragrance we chose, how many sprays, and of course if we got any compliments or not on that particular fragrance. So let's start this week off on Sunday. All right, so on Sunday, I did actually pull out a clone of a fragrance that I unfortunately do not own in my collection, even though I do love the fragrance and the scent DNA. And of course, I pulled out Dossier's Woody Rum. Now, this is obviously a clone of by Kilian Straight to Heaven, which I absolutely love. It's very heavy on dry fruits, extremely heavy on patchouli, which is one of my favorite notes. And yeah, so this one, whenever I do want that kind of scent profile, even though I do own a bottle of Tiziana Terenzi's Urza, which is pretty much like Straight to Heaven with some added oud, and that's by far one of my favorite fragrances. But yeah, Dossier did a fantastic job with the clone. Now on that day, it was in the 80s, I believe it was kind of cloudy, and I did go 8 sprays of Woody Rum, so a little bit heavy just for kind of relaxing at home and not really doing anything or running errands or hanging out with anybody. So I really did enjoy this fragrance, I gotta say, and the performance was actually pretty good, especially for being a clone and by the house of Dossier. But if you don't want to pay obviously 200 or so bucks for the by Kilian, you really can't go wrong with this clone. This is one of the better ones from the house. Now, I unfortunately did not get any comments on the day either because I wasn't really around anybody, but that's what I decided to wear on Sunday. All right, so heading into Monday now. So on Monday, I'm at work for most of the day, and I decided to pull out a brand new cheapie in my collection and the first time wearing it. And of course, I'm talking about English Laundry's Riviera. Now, this fragrance here is very interesting. It's not so unique because it does remind me of another fragrance a little bit, even though it does have a twist to it. And that fragrance is Yves Saint Laurent's La Nuit de l'Homme. Now, it's very weird that this smells similar to La Nuit de l'Homme because it doesn't have any cardamom or anything in it. It's not really spicy, but it's more of like a sport or a fresher take on La Nuit de l'Homme is how I would explain it. And on that day, it was actually very hot. I think almost 90 degrees. I did go my usual 8 sprays of this one as well, just to test the performance. And I wasn't expecting much because with English Laundries, they are below average in performing most of the time. This one, however, is one of the better ones from the 3 that I own. So I got about average performance from it at work. Did not get any comments on that day either, but I can definitely see this one being of a crowd-pleasing fragrance for sure. And people should definitely enjoy this one. It's nothing offensive or anything like that. So yeah, that's what I decided to wear to work on Monday. So for Tuesday now, so on Tuesday, I was in the mood for like a boozy fragrance, and I decided to pull out one of the best boozy fragrances on the market, regardless of price or anything like that. And of course, I'm talking about Bentley For Men Intense. Now, on that day, it was a little bit cooler than the past couple of days. I was in like the high 70s. I did go my usual 8 sprays of it as well. And it was like a gloomy, kind of cloudy day also. It wasn't sunny or nothing like that. So it did fit a little bit better for that day because it wasn't extremely hot. And this one is more so for like the winter and fall, but I just couldn't help it. I had to pull it out. Of course, you do get a ton of rum. It is pretty sweet as well. And just the way it's blended together, man, I gotta say Bentley did a phenomenal job with this one, and it deserves all the hype that it gets. This is pretty much an iconic fragrance now. Everybody mostly knows about Bentley For Men Intense. But yeah, that's what I chose to wear. I got no comments at work either, and I did go my usual 8 sprays. Okay, so headed into Wednesday now, also at work for the majority of the day, and I actually decided to pull out a very addicting, luscious fragrance, and of course I'm talking about Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. Now, on that day, it was in the 80s. It was actually a pretty sunny day. Did my usual 8 sprays of Lost Cherry as well. And if you aren't familiar with this fragrance, of course it does have a heavy dose of like a sour red cherry, but it works alongside some almonds and you get a ton of boozy kind of liquor, and it works so perfect all combined together. There's just something so intoxicating about Lost Cherry. And wow, the performance that I got from this bottle, which has been sitting for a while now, so it has actually marinated and macerated quite a bit, and the performance was so good. And what's weird is I didn't even go nose blind to it for like 10 hours throughout the day. So very impressed with Lost Cherry. Now, when you want to talk about the price tag of this stuff, I do not think it's worth it. I do wish Tom Ford actually included this in the kind of original Tom Ford private blend prices, but not the higher end ones. So yeah, Lost Cherry is what I wore to work on Wednesday. All right, so on Thursday, I actually decided to go with a indie fragrance, and it was my first time wearing this particular one. And wow, I am actually very impressed with this fragrance and the house in general. And I'm talking about Guy Fox Preston. Now, I believe Preston is their newest fragrance launched in 2022. And with this one, I get a very green, kind of juicy apple note in here. It is also a little bit floral and aquatic as well. But man, this is an extremely crowd-pleasing fragrance that I would think everybody would enjoy this one. I can't see anybody actually disliking this fragrance. And it's for the prices you can get these at, they're phenomenal and very good value for your buck for sure. Now with Preston, it was 85 or so degrees if I'm not mistaken. Extremely sunny day, which is perfect for this fragrance. I did go 8 sprays as well. Got no comments on that day either. I think my coworkers are just used to me smelling good, and they don't decide to call memory or anything like that, which I don't mind. It's not the biggest thing at all. But yeah, Preston is what I chose to wear to work on Thursday. All right, so on Friday, also at work, I was pretty much at work all week long, even working some overtime, so I've been extremely busy with that. So that's another reason why I haven't really been uploading that much, but I'm gonna get back into it, of course. Now, on Friday, I actually pulled out John Varvatos, the original John Varvatos. Now, this one is actually a very underrated, unique fragrance in my opinion. It has some very unique kind of notes in here, such as hay. It has a note of dates, which actually gives it a nice kind of sweet fruitiness to the fragrance. Of course, it has John Varvatos' signature leather note as well. Very heavy on leather, but I think it works phenomenal alongside, obviously, the earthy kind of green hay note and with the sweet kind of gourmand dates as well, which I love eating dates, and I haven't really come across another fragrance that includes a note of dates, so I love it just for that aspect alone, and it just works perfectly. It's one of my favorite from the house of John Varvatos, and I own about 5 or 6 if I'm not mistaken. But on that day, it was pretty hot as well, but it wasn't so sunny. It was a little bit cloudy. They go 8 sprays of this one as well too, because John Varvatos is known for not performing well, and that's unfortunately the downside of this fragrance. It does not have the best performance or longevity with kind of lackluster projection as well too. So you do want to overspray this one a little bit more. Got no comments on the day either, but man, this is a good fragrance from the house. So wrapping the week off on Saturday. So on Saturday, I didn't do much either. Had a long week, so I kind of just chilled out at home, relaxed, and kind of just laid back mostly. But on that day, I actually put out a brand new fragrance from a house that I am so impressed with, guys. It isn't inspired by a house, but I look at these guys like the niche of inspired by or clone houses, however you want to word it, because the quality, the performance is incredible. Of course, I'm talking about Alexandria Fragrances Hacivaz. Now, with that name, you're probably thinking this is obviously an inspired by fragrance of nishane's Hacivat. And if you are, you would be correct, because that's exactly what this is. Now, Hacivat is a fragrance that I do not own, but I do have a decant of it. And if you aren't familiar with that fragrance, it is sort of similar to Creed's Aventus. Very fruity, very green, very herbal, and heavy on the oak moss note. Now, with Hacivaz, this fragrance is so similar to the original. I did test them side by side when I got this one in, and I just cannot believe the work they do over at Alexandria Fragrances. I am so impressed, guys. On that day, it was 80 some degrees as well, cloudy. I did only go 3 sprays of this stuff because I wasn't around anybody, and I was just kind of testing it for myself. But man, the performance of this stuff, easily kind of nuclear, above average for sure, almost in a nuclear category. And yeah, I just cannot express how much I am in love with this house. If you haven't checked them out, you can definitely use my code HUNTER15 just to save an extra 15% off your order. And a lot of them are definitely worth checking out. Believe me that. And I know I got a couple of you guys on Alexandria Fragrances, and I know you guys have been so impressed, just as impressed as I've been from this house as well. But on that day, no comments, of course, wasn't around anybody, just 3 sprays, but man, this stuff lasted easily 10 plus hours on my skin. So Yeah, and that's kind of incredible thing because Hacivaz is actually a beast mode fragrance in and of itself. This one might even perform a little bit better than the original. So yeah, hats off to Alexandria Fragrances. But that's gonna wrap it off for my weekly fragrance rotation. Let me know down below what you guys chose to wear throughout the week. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch all you guys in the next upload. Take care, everybody.